of the
Of the
Philippines.
Philippines? Kasi familiar tayong lahat sa Binibining Pilipinas,
Miss
sa
World,
Mutya,
Miss
Miss World.
Earth.
What makes Jewel of the Philippines so special?
Yes, actually, when I joined Jewel of the Philippines, it was the second edition of the pageant itself. This year, we are having our third edition.
Mhm.
It's a pageant that is different from the other ones that are already existing nowadays because we focused on traditions and Filipino cultures, and that's what we promote
I
Okay.
see.
during our reign.
So talagang tungkol sa sining at kultura nating mga
Ah,
Pilipino.
Yes po. In fact, last year we visited the Mimaropa Festival in Romblon. It was
Mhm.
also organized by our organizer, and this year he
Sino
was
organizer niyo?
si Tito John de la Vega po.
Okay.
Yes, he was also our pageant director, and this year he will also be handling Mimaropa Festival, which will be held in Mindoro.
As Jewel of the Philippines, ano talaga yung duties and responsibilities mo? Lalo na ang bakit is for culture ka.
mm.
Anong ginagawa mo?
Okay. We all have our different charitable programs naman. Aside from culture and tradition, typically we would go to different festivals and we had our own um, sponsorships program. That's our personal, my personal.
Sa'yo, ano yung personal
Yes,
advocacy mo? Kasi arts and culture yan sa'yo, culture
yes.
talaga.
Actually, medyo hindi siya related sa culture to be honest. Because when I
Okay.
started, my parents are um, have their own philanthropy works.
Mhm.
So, yung sa akin, I just take over and I want to continue that legacy na sinimulan nila
Ano ba yung sinimula ng mga
in
parents
Bulacan.
mo?
Yes,
Oo.
aside from helping back to our community, they have this sponsorship program to the kids who are
Mm.
poorest of the poor. You could say that.
Okay.
So, but they don't focus on those who are honor students.
Mhm.
So, I asked my father why they
Mm.
help these children. They're not on top of the class.
Oo.
And and my father said na kasi these children are neglected by the society because
Okay.
the
Ah, I
government
see.
programs only
Oo.
focuses on the top and the brightest students. So that's what
Oo.
we
Uh-huh.
focused
Oh,
on.
that's wonderful,
Yes.
ha?
Okay,
You're
that's
giving equal
great.
Yes.
opportunities to
Oo.
everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Kailan mo na-realize na gusto mong sumali sa Jewel of the Philippines?
Actually, may napaka ano po parang biglaan dahil I just
Mhm.
met this handler na one of the designers din and sponsors ng Jewel of the Philippines. Tapos, niyaya lang po niya ako biglaan. Tapos nung nandun na po ako, dun ko lang po nakikita yung mismong um, reason bakit ako nakasali dahil because na rin dun sa pinopromote ng pageant. And I
Mhm.
think na dun kasi ako mas makakapag-shine and makakapag-give ng best ko.
But aside sa Jewel of the Philippines, may another pageant ka pang sinalihan.
Yes, nung nag-start po kasi ako, I joined Miss Tourism World Philippines. Uh, if I'm not mistaken, it's 2013. It was my first pageant and it's already national pageant. So, medyo mali yung diskarte. But I never thought that I could join pageants before. But if not for that, I won't know my potential. Kaya nung after nun, sumali na rin po ako na Miss Manila, which I won Best in Talent. I also joined Miss Mandaluyong,
Nice.
finalist po kami. And also Slimmers World. And tsaka po ako nag-Jewel of the Philippines.
Okay.
Sa tingin mo, bakit ikaw naging ambassadress of culture? Ano meron ka, Maru, na the judges feel na that is the title that you deserve?
I think kasi yung culture is more of how you express yourselves and interact with people.
Mhm.
Just like as Filipinos, we are very hospitable and we respect the elderly. So siguro nakita nila yung kung ano yung meron ako, yung
Mhm.
intrinsic sa akin. Kaya siguro yung nag-reflect na I deserve this crown and I deserve this spot.
Mm.
Okay.
Maru, kailan mo na-realize na maganda ka? Kasi 'di ba, posible
Wow.
namang hindi mo na-realize yan dahil lalo na
Tinatanong
nga beauty queen ka. So when did you realize that you're beautiful inside and out?
Actually, napakagandang tanong po yan. No? Kasi hindi ko naisip yan before. Pero I never had that much confidence on myself. Kasi I was so tall,
Develop
I
yung
was
confidence.
skinny and
Okay.
dark. Yes, nag-start
Ah.
siya when other people started to appreciate my beauty. It
Mhm.
started when other people told me that I'm beautiful. That's when I
Okay.
knew that I am.
So, doon ka naging confident.
Yes.
Oo.
So, after ng Jewel of the Philippines, Um, I'm actually planning to join Binibining Pilipinas next year. if God if God will give me
God
the grace.
willing.
Yes.
I see. So, ang dami niyo ng mga girls na sumali, I'm sure. Ilang candidates kayo
Um
during your
kasi when we
pageant?
started about 20, more than
More
20.
than 20 girls.
Yes.
So, being the ambassadors for culture, sa tingin mo ano yung edge mo sa ibang girls kaya napunta
Mm.
sa yung title na yan?
Title.
Ano yung lamang mo sa kanila?
During the pageant
During the
itself.
pageant, yes.
I think that I'm a people person because in a pageant there are like groups of girls who would hang out with other girls and the other one would go to different groups. I could belong to anywhere, any of those.
So parang in a way, Miss Congeniality ka.
In a way
You're friendly
lang.
to
Miss
everyone.
In
Friendship.
a
Miss
way lang
Friendship.
naman po.
May ano ba talaga? May intrigahan ba pag nagpa-pageant na talaga? May mga nag-aaway-away, may
May mga
nag-iislaban,
inggitan,
may
may
inggita,
mga
may nagtutulakan sa
Hindi naman siguro.
pinapated.
Ano
Wala, may
naman.
mga ganun ba?
Actually, there are misunderstandings. Let's call it
Okay.
misunderstandings sa mga pageant. Di naman po siya nawawala. Pero it is through these misunderstandings that us candidates grow closer together.
Yung mga girls super competitive. To the point na talagang parang feeling nila sila talaga dapat ang maging winner. Lagi namang may ganon, di ba? Yung,
Yes.
how do you deal with that? Yung mga ganong girls.
Actually, sa Jewel of the Philippines is one of the most friendliest candidates. Wala po
okay.
kaming na-meet na
Na
gano'n.
ganon.
Yes. Pero sa ibang mga pageants,
May mga
Naranasan mo.
may narinig ka ng mga
Oo,
horror
oo,
stories na
yes,
ganon.
a lot actually. Pero I just mind my own business and I make friends with everyone, so it's okay.
When people ask you what makes the Philippine culture unique, ano sinasabi mo sa kanila? Kasi
Anong
you're the,
maipagmamalaki?
oo, ano
Yes.
mapapagmalaki natin
Mm.
sa ating kultura bilang mga Filipino? Kasi you're the ambassadors for
Yes.
culture.
So ever since, I should say that this is our respect for the elderly and our family. Kasi yun yung makita natin na difference with our
Oo.
Asian, especially in the Philippines, na nawawala na sa ibang parts ng mundo.
Okay.
Yun. Kaya sana siya pa rin yung mapagpatuloy natin.
Pagmamahal sa matatanda.
Yes.
Mm.
Through saying po and opo or pagmamano. Yun talaga yung unique na meron tayo.
Sa pagmamahal sa pamilya.
Yes.
How supportive is your family sa iyong beauty queen career?
Supportive naman po sila in a way na hindi kasi sila yung mga hands-on. Emotional lang and yun support. Pero ang talagang nag-ano kasi sa akin, Julale, boyfriend ko. Yung talagang stage boyfriend. Yes.
Tapos sinabi mo agad
Hindi
na
mo
may
sinama.
boyfriend ka.
Oo.
Ilang years na kayo ng boyfriend mo?
6 years.
6
Tagal
years,
na.
wow. So, what kind of support na binibigay niya sa'yo?
Ever since I joined pageant, siya po yung nag-a-assist sa akin. Tapos, siya rin yung nag-aayos ng, kumbaga, stage boyfriend na po talaga. And my parents will just stay right there watching me. And tiwala naman na po sila sa amin.
So, pwede ba mong sabihin ang pangalan ng boyfriend mo? Sobrang private person siya.
Okay na po yun.
Mas alam niya.
Next question na lang.
Next question.
So, bakit hindi mo siya kasama ngayon as long as siya pala nag-a-assist sa iyo?
Sa work po kasi siya. Sana sundayin ako.
Oo nga naman.
Okay.
So, before we continue with our chikahan, batiin muna natin ang mga sponsors, Rona.
Ayan. Okay. Special thanks to Sir Warren of Cut Up Encarnacion Group of Salon, Creative Team Panji Peñaflor, Sweet Garcia, Ariel Carlo Reyes, LJ Gelido, at syempre ang Gatchalian Lechon. Ayan. Makikita niyo yan sa EDSA Corner, Mayon Street, Mandaluyong City.
Oh, di ba?
Okay.
So eto, meron kaming
Balik siya
mga
na.
kahindik-hindik na questions sa iyo dahil beauty queen ka. At eto na ang aming mga okay. So gusto ko lang malaman kasi curious kami. Ikaw ba sumasakay ka sa bus, jeep o tren o MRT natin?
If kilala niyo po talaga ako, medyo ano kasi ako alam mo, practical na tao and very efficient. So, I try to ride public transportations as much as possible.
Anong reaction ng mga kasabay mo pag nakikita ng ganyang kaganda ka?
Ayun, may technique.
Kahit kita nila sa MRT.
May technique na po kasi ako. Usually, pag lalabas ako ng bahay, naka-full pack makeup ako. Tapos, ang ginagawa ko, naka-coat, chinelas, tapos nakapayong po ako. Natakpan ko lang yung mukha ko.
Para hindi ko masyadong
okay.
ma-recognize.
Yes.
Rona, do you have a special question for her?
Okay, sige. Naranasan mo na bang makatcall sa public?
Yes.
And how did that
Alat,
feel?
actually.
Oo, paano
Ala.
yun? How do you deal?
Paano mo
Siksitan.
siyang
How do you deal with that? Yung mga ganong alam mo,
Sitwasyon.
malisyosong
Mm-mm.
ginagawa sa'yo?
Yeah, to be honest.
Oo.
Okay, I try to assess the situation kasi minsan hindi lang catcall, may physical contact. So if there's a physical contact, I try to see if it's sadya ba siya or not kasi pangit naman if ano ko yung tao, 'di ba? Then as much as possible. Pero pag kinat-call ako, iba na kasi yun eh. Talagang they're trying to call my attention. So I look at them, ganyan. Tapos, tititigan ko na sila. Tapos pag nagsalita sila, usually naman na-intimidate na sila sa akin, siguro dahil malaki ang tao. Yung tipong titignan ko lang sila, I don't have to say a word. They know what they did is wrong. But if they try to say anything more than that, then talagang mag-stand up ako para sa sarili ko. I actually experienced this one once, yung may lumapit sa likod ko, yung talagang tailgate siya, and I pushed him. He was really shocked. And I was also shocked myself kasi hindi ko alam na kaya kong gawin yun. Pero pag nandun ka na talaga at the moment,
initial reaction na lang.
Yes, adrenaline rush.
Nag-o-office ka ba?
No
what
po.
if may office work ka? Okay lang ba pag may nagsasabi sa'yo ng pakis naman or pahag naman? Okay lang sa'yo?
Actually, it depends po if close kami nung tao or not, like relative na kami or we treat each other as relative naman. Pero siguro kung hindi pa kami ganun ka-close, especially kung
Kung tibo
medyo
siya.
awkward. I have nothing against naman.
I see. Okay.
This is a Miss Universe question.
Oh.
If you have $1
Ayan.
million,
Sa loto po ba yun?
if you have $1 million, which is a question for Miss Margie Moran in 1973, if you have $1 million, what would you do with the money?
Okay, that is actually a lot of money, and I would like to spend it offering more work opportunities for the Filipino people, especially those people who are physically challenged. Kasi I always believe in the saying na give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, but teach the man how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. So dapat we don't do just charity works and give them the money that they need to spend in their lives. I think we have to let them learn how to earn for themselves so they can stand on their own.
Ay, very well said ka dyan, girl.
said.
No wonder may title ka. Palakpakan naman dyan.
Hindi ako ready.
Hindi ready.
Hindi ka masyadong handa.
Si Maru sa mga
So if you're not
answer.
doing your pageant thing, what do you do for fun? And how do you relax yourself?
I usually watch a lot of series.
Ah,
Yeah.
K-pop,
K-drama ba yan?
K-drama, hindi naman.
Not
Series.
really.
Netflix, mga gano'n.
Like Game of Thrones.
Ah,
okay.
Okay. Would you consider entering show business?
If given the chance po, why not?
Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank
Maru.
you so much.
Yes.
Thank
We,
you.
mamaya babalik ka ulit
Babalik
dahil
ka
meron pa
ulit.
tayong katsikihan.
Yes.
Mas marami pa, mas masaya at mas maganda. Eto na. Thank you,
Second
Maru.
jewel.
Thank you.
Okay, ang ating next guest ay ang Jewel of the Philippines na Miss United Continents 2017 na si Miss Sarah Jaira Asido.
Oy, palakpakan naman for
Okay.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Go!
Hi, magandang araw po. I am Sarah Jaira Asido, your Miss United Continents Philippines 2017.
Ang liit ng bewa.
Kaya nga.
Can you tell us
Magandang
your
araw
stats
po.
first?
Mm-mm.
Tanong ko nga, hindi ba sila
Oo.
kumakain
Oo.
nga?
Ano muna ang iyong vital statistics?
32, 24, and 35 po. Hindi
Oh.
po ako sure.
How do you manage that figure?
Mahilig po ako mag-workout po.
Okay. May special diet ba ang mga beauty queens?
Siguro po yung iba, pero ako po wala.
You eat
Basta
almost
workout
anything
Wala
or
kang
workout lang?
diet.
Oo.
Opo, workout lang po.
What's your
talaga.
favorite Pinoy food?
Pinoy food, bulalo.
Bulalo.
sarap.
Wow.
Sarap
Ang
yan.
galing. Ang sayo naman. Ang title mo ay Jewel of the Philippines, Miss United Continents.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us something about anong ginagawa ng isang Jewel of the Philippines, Miss
What's
United
your role?
Continents.
Yes po. Kasi kakauwi ko lang din po. Galing po sa international pageant ko po. Naginanap po sa Guayaquil, Ecuador. So yung
Mhm.
Miss United Continents po is a Latin-dominated pageant po siya talaga. In the
Mhm.
past years po, Latin countries po yung sumasali.
Okay.
So just last 2012, nag-welcome po sila ng iba't ibang
Asian.
countries po.
Countries.
So ang target po niya is to unite all the countries.
The 7
in-
continents.
Yes.
Okay.
In all the 7 continents. So bilang Miss United Continents, Philippines, ang goal ko po is i-unite hindi lang yung mga girls sa pageants, but us Filipinos in all aspects.
Oh,
yun
ayun.
po.
Ang galing naman nun. How was the pageant experience for you? Very recent lang ba yan?
Yes po. Natapos po siya nung September 22 lang.
Wow. So kamusta siya? Kasi we're not really aware of what happens in a international pageant like that.
Yes.
Kwento mo naman namin, ano nangyari sa pageant?
Ayun po, dumating po ako na Ecuador September 8 and pagdating ko po ng hotel, photo shoot po agad.
Photo shoot agad.
So, wala pong
Pahinga.
lugar para maramdaman yung jet lag.
Mhm.
So ano po siya, more on nagta-travel po kami sa iba't ibang cities po ng Ecuador. So pina-experience po sa amin kung gaano po kaganda yung Ecuador.
Sabi mo walang chance gano'n ba katagal ang paglipat papuntang Ecuador?
Nung papunta po ako, inabot po ako ng almost 2 days po. Na
My
bumabiyaheng.
gosh.
Layo niyan.
May
Malayo ba
stopover.
siya?
Opo,
Mm.
nagpatagal din po yung mga layover po.
Saan muna sa unang
Nag-stop
Oo.
over.
nag-layover?
Hong Kong po.
And then from
And
Hong
then
Kong?
Los Angeles po. And
What would
then,
you not forget about Ecuador?
yung mga tao po talaga, parang
Ano
Filipinos
sila, parang-
din po
parang-
sila.
okay.
Yung hospitality po nila, sobrang parang Pinoy din po. Saka yung culture nila, hindi naman po nalalayo sa
Sa
atin.
They speak good English or Spanish sila?
Spanish po. More on Spanish po.
Nakakapagsalita ka ng Spanish, kaya
Un poquito.
un poquito lang. Kamusta naman ang mga Ecuadorian men? Pogi ba sila? O mas pogi pa rin ang mga Pinoy?
Pinoy pa rin po.
Bakit
Pinoy pa
anong
rin po
mga
tayo.
ugali ng mga I'm sure you had male escorts there, di ba? Mga kasama niya, mga
Mga Navy po. Yung mga
Navies.
students po ng Marine. Ano po sila? Very gentlemen po sila. Tapos, funny po sila eh. Sobrang kalog po. Parang Pilipino rin po yung kausap ko. Pero nagsa-Spanish lang po. Parang ganun
Kamusta ang
po.
food?
Matabang. Matabang po. Hindi
Matabang.
Po, kasi tayo, mahilig po tayo sa spices po, di ba?
Oo.
Sa malasa. Doon po medyo hindi po sila sa ganong part.
Ah.
More on poyo po kami. Poyo.
What's poyo?
Chicken po.
Chicken. Parang poyo loko dito.
Poyo.
Poyo. Puro chicken. Okay, Beth, baka may gusto kong itanong sa kanya.
Nakabahan po ako
No,
Mahaba yung hinga na.
aside from being a beauty queen, may ibang work kang talagang as in
Pinagkakaabalahan.
regular.
Yes po. I'm a
Regular.
senior high school teacher po.
Yeah.
Sa
Wow.
Bulacan.
Saan?
Private school po. Sa Balagtas po. Sa Bulacan po.
How challenging is it to
Oo.
teach senior high school?
Para
This,
po
mga ilang taong mga bata to?
mga ano na po sila, 17, 18, 19, may 21 na rin.
Ah,
Okay.
talaga?
So how is life? Paano
Oo.
yun?
Sa akin po,
Mga teens na talaga.
Opo. Sa akin po, mas na-enjoy ko po yung high school kasi madali na po silang mapasunod. Pag nagalit ka po, alam po nilang galit ka. Compared po sa mga bata, parang hindi po nila alam yun.
Anong say nila na yung teacher nila, beauty queen?
Oo.
Nakakatuwa po kasi all out support po sila. Sa totoo lang po, nung pag-uwi ko po, nung unang pasok ko po sa school ulit, may pa-surprise po sila sa akin.
Ang
Naiyak
galing
po
naman.
talaga ako. Sobrang nakakatuwa po sila.
Anong subject yung tinuturo mo?
Ngayon po, Philippine Politics and Governance.
Wow.
And understanding society, culture, and politics.
Since Philippine politics and governance ang iyong
Sabi ko na eh.
tinuturo, gusto ko lang
Naramdaman
malaman,
ko na po yun
how
eh.
would you rate our the political
Ah.
situation in the Philippines right now, Miss Philippines?
Siguro idaan po natin sa rating na. Doon po tayo sa balance tayo. 7 po.
7%. Why
7?
7?
May mga projects po na magaganda para sa bansa natin and at the same time may mga chaos po na nangyayari. So, balance.
Malasa na.
Natatakot.
Pigil ka naman.
Okay.
Pero sa na-experience ko naman po, okay naman po. Wala pa naman po akong nakikita. Personal experience na
Oo.
medyo
Kung
off po.
sakasakaling the president would ask you for advice on federalism, anong papayo mo sa kanya? Knowing the fact that people are not really aware of what federalism is all about.
Sa akin po kasi, ang sagot ko po dyan, whatever kind of government ang meron ang Philippines, as long as hindi sumusunod yung mga tao at hindi kumikilos ng tama yung nasa posisyon, hindi po tayo magsasucceed eh. So para po sa akin, hingin niya po yung opinion ng tao kumbaga, gamitin niya po yung puso niya, hindi lang puro utak. At tayo pong mga tao, ano man pong klase ng government niyan, sino man pong nasa posisyon, matuto po tayong makinig at sumunod. Kasi para sa atin naman po yan eh.
Palakpakan naman tayo dyan. Kaya naman best in ano ka. Best in Q&A. Isa pa curiosity ko kasi, di ba, you have senior high school students.
Yes po.
Do they have crushes on you?
Wala naman po siguro. Wala naman.
Walang nagbibigay pag Teacher's Day ng mga roses, lollipops, and all those things, stuffed toys.
Nung sa dati ko pong school, marami pong nagbibigay, pero hindi ko naman po siya iniisip na may crush. Siguro po, appreciative lang po sila sa ginagawa ko pong pagtuturo sa kanila.
Okay. So, bakit mo naisipan sumali sa pageant? Kasi teacher ka na naman. Established ka na. Okay na yung iba karera mo. And teaching is really like a vocation. What made you decide na try ko kayo maging beauty queen?
Yun din po yung naiisip kong tanong sa sarili ko. Kasi po, pasok po ako sa pageant. Teacher na po ako noon eh.
Yes.
First year of teaching ko po. Tapos parang magsa-summer na po. Tapos nararamdaman ko po, parang gusto kong mag-resign kasi may hinahanap po ako. Parang may kulang. Parang may gusto pa akong i-achieve. Tapos, mahilig po kasi ipagdasal kung ano po yung gusto kong mangyari sa buhay ko. So parang biglang pumasok po sa utak ko, pageant. Tapos bigla na po ako nag-interested. Sabi ko, kung sa teaching, nasi-share ko yung knowledge ko, yung mga nalalaman ko, siguro, pag naging beauty queen ako, mas magkakaroon ako ng outlet para magawa yung passion ko, which is sharing what I know and what I have. Ayun po.
That's wonderful.
May iba ka namang pageant na nasalihan?
Yes po. Miss Philippines Earth po, 2013. And then nag-provincial pageant po ako, which is Binibining Bulacan. And then Binibining Pilipinas po.
Anong ma-advise mo sa mga little girls out there na gusto rin maging beauty queens?
Beauty queen.
What do you want to tell them?
Ayan, lagi ko pong sinasabi, kahit sa sarili ko, matuto ka pong maniwala sa kakayanan na meron ka at matuto kang maniwala sa kayang gawin ng Diyos sa buhay mo. Kasi once po na binigyan mo ng faith yung sarili mo, lahat magiging posible. So ano man yung pangarap mo, gusto mo maging beauty queen, teacher, or kahit ano pa yan sa buhay, simulan mo sa paniniwala sa sarili mo and anything and everything will be possible.
Wow, ang galing. Palakpakan naman natin si Sarah. Laging panalo ang mga sagot. Since you're obviously abreast with the things that are happening politically, curious lang ako, ano masasabi mo dun sa sexual harassment case that Gretchen Pulido filed very recently? Ikaw ba bilang babae, anong stand mo sa sexual harassment?
Kasi kahit po diba sa Hollywood naging ano na po yun,
Me Too.
Me Too movement. Parang
Me Too movement.
Kasi yung sexual harassment medyo parang sensitive po talaga na issue. Kaya yung mga babae or lalaki man po na victims, hindi po nag-stand up para sa sarili nila. Kasi pag naisip po ng tao na ay victim to ng sexual harassment, nagiging iba po nasi-stereotype po, parang naging iba yung tingin. So sa akin, saludo po ako dun sa mga tao na nagsasalita para sa sarili nila. Hindi man nila alam kung ano yung magiging outcome nito. At least, lumaban sila. Sa akin po kasi, alam mo naman po kung kailan ka na-abuso, kailan ka na-agrabyado. So once na naramdaman mo yun, hindi ka na dapat manahimik. Kailangan magsalita ka na. Kasi kung hindi ka magsasalita, walang magsasalita para sa'yo.
Tama ka naman dyan. O mga girls ha, dapat rin mo yung go, Miss Bea.
No, about Mocha Ulson. Anong...
What advice would you What advice would you like to give her? Pag sinabi niyang, just in case, hypothetically, kunyari, best friends kayo. Kunyari lang naman. Chami. Tapos bigyan sa'yo, no? Girl, gusto kong tamakbo ng Senado. Anong papayag mo sa akin?
Ipapush mo ba siya lalo na ako?
O ipupush mo siya sa bangin.
Saan mo siya
Go. What do you want to tell her? Honestly. Miss Uson, what do you want to tell her?
Kasi nakakabigla din po yung mga mga sinasabi niya. Siguro, lahat naman po tayo baka sabihin niya sa akin, girl, this is a democratic country. Baka ganun din ako. Siguro po,
Karapatan kung tumakbo, parang ganun.
Parang ganun. Siguro sa akin, kung saan ka masaya at kung alam mong dyan mo magagawa yung gusto mo sa buhay, sige, susuportahan kita. Pero kung alam ko naman po na parang hindi siya magiging successful doon or alam ko na alam nyo na po, may iba pa siyang goal bukod
agenda
po. dahil kaibigan ko siya, sasabihin ko, girl, iba na lang yung tahakin mo. Feeling ko hindi ito yung para sa'yo. Siguro po i-enlighten ko siya, samahan ko siyang magsimba para, alam niyo po yun.
Parang feeling ko, dapat talaga samahan mo siya magsimba. Paluhin mo sa asin. Para magising siya bigla.
Paminginit na po yung sopa.
Parang ano kasi siya talaga. Kasi ano ba meaning na bakit may Jaira ang name mo?
Sa Bible po yun nakuha. Kasi Jehovah Jireh, great provider.
I see.
Diba?
Okay.
May mga connect ang mga sagot eh.
Ang galing. Okay, thank you very much, Sarah. Kami masayang-masaya na ikaw ay nakachika. So, meron ka mo ng mga gustong pasalamatan?
Hello po. Ayan, syempre sa mentors ko po, kay Mami Shola, kay Tito John, sa lahat ng bumuo ng JOP family. Maraming salamat po. Mahal na mahal ko kayo. At sa lahat po ng sumuporta sa akin, nagdasal, lumaban, nag-comment, nag-react sa lahat ng shares po, sa lahat ng pictures ko, at nagtanggol sa mga bashers. Maraming salamat po. Hindi man po ako umuwi, nasuot-suot yung corona, umuwi naman po ako na punong-puno ng pagmamahal yung puso ko. Mahal ko po kayong lahat. Salamat po. God bless.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Okay, ayan, let's welcome our Jewel of the Philippines 2017, Asiel Mendrano.
Yay!
Hi everyone, my name is Asiel Medrano, Jewel of the Philippines 2017.
Okay, please, Asiel, take your seat.
Ang liliit talaga ng bewang nila.
You're so pretty. How young are you?
I'm 18 years old.
Wow, 18 years old and Jewel of the Philippines. How does that feel?
It's such an honor, first of all, kasi po this is really my first pageant ever. So I felt very lucky and blessed to have won the title.
So tingin mo, what made you win it?
I think my persistence and me thinking that it was not all about the crown. It was not all about like a competition for me, kasi parang I was just having fun, I was enjoying, and I was living the moment. And hindi po ako sobrang nag-focus na kalaban ko po yung mga girls. No, ayoko po yung ganun, kasi I wanted to make memories instead of, basta lang masabi na I joined a competition. Siguro that's what was good about it.
Anong role ng Jewel of the Philippines 2017?
What do you do?
Ako po mainly, since title nga po, the advocacy of the pageant is to promote and preserve our national, yung mga traditions and cultures.
Okay, our heritage.
Yes po. So through this, parang I learned more about the Philippines since I wasn't born and raised here.
Saan ka raised?
Middle East po, United Arab Emirates.
Okay. Doon. So, since parang in a way, first time mong na-discover ulit ang Philippine culture, natigin mo what makes our culture unique?
I think Filipinos are known worldwide for, being very hospitable, being very, jolly most of the time. Kasi kahit saan po kayo pumunta, when you see a Filipino, they're always smiling. It doesn't matter how hard their day is going. Lagi po silang masaya, and they try to give happiness to other people as well in the way that they can.
So what makes you smile?
Ako po, honestly, I'm naturally I'm a very positive person. My parents, they instilled in me to be very positive in life, and I like seeing people happy. So
maraming nagtatanong ng mga boys kung may boyfriend ka na raw ba?
Dahil
you're 18
very pretty.
18 and so pretty.
Opo, meron.
Ay, meron na. Sorry na lang. Meron na lang.
Taken na po siya.
Taken na siya. Ilang years na kayo?
No, medyo bago pa lang.
Bago pa lang. Okay. Months pa lang ito.
Opo.
Okay. Was he supportive of you joining this pageant?
Yes po. He was very supportive naman. And actually, when I joined the pageant, we didn't know
Di pa kayo.
each other
You didn't know each other yet.
Yeah, not yet.
That's good. Diba? Talagang you guys are really meant to be. Ang isa pang gusto kong malaman, meron ka bang ritual as a beauty queen na diet, sa skin, sa hair, regimen na pwede mong i-share sa amin para maging singganda mo naman kami, na close ang pores sa mga lapitan?
Ako naman po, ay maalaga po talaga ako sa skin ko as much as possible. I try to take care of myself. And every day po kasi, my passion is really dancing. So every day I dance. I don't do any strict diet or any strict like workout. So yun po, I just do dancing and then I take care of my skin, sunscreen, water.
What kind of dancing is this? Jazz, ballet,
Hip-hop.
hip-hop? Wow!
Hip-hop.
Gusto ko sana
Pwede bang
magpasample
magpasample?
kaya naka-heels siya.
Ako nakadress eh.
Naka-dress siya at naka-heels. May baka question para sa kanya, Sister Beth. Go.
Diyos ko, hindi talaga pwede magpa-sample, ha?
Oo, kasi
Nang
naman,
makita namin kung
naka-heels.
paano mag-hip hop ang isang Miss Jewel of the
Jewel of the
Philippines.
Philippines.
Yes, anyway, wala bang salamat doktor ang beauty mo?
Ay, wala po.
Oo.
I'm very young and I'm very new to this industry since yun nga, it's my first pageant. So, hindi po talaga, hindi ko pa talaga naisip yung
Oo.
baguhin anything.
You don't consider.
about myself. Yeah.
Doing
Kasi
any procedures.
For me po, I have nothing against it. Pero personally for me, I don't think I'm gonna do it to myself. Kasi if I'm gonna be a role model for younger girls, I don't want them to feel like they have something to catch up to. Yung may standard po na kailangan nilang pantayan, that they have to change something about themselves to be considered beautiful. So I want to be as natural as possible. You know, yung papakita ko po na it doesn't matter who you are or what you look like. You can be beautiful in the way that you want to be.
Madali bang maging beautiful? Halimbawa may mga taong nang babash sa'yo. How do you deal with bashers? If you ever had one?
I did. I've had bashers. I think everyone does. Marami naman po negative people around us. Kahit naman po anong gawin nyo, you can't please everyone. Siguro, makinig na lang po kayo sa mga taong mas importante. Kasi kilala nyo naman po yung sarili nyo, kilala nyo kung sino yung magmamatter sa buhay nyo in the end. If the kind of people that put you down, alam nyo naman po na they should not affect your life the way that they want to. And you know na ayaw nyo pong bigyan sila ng satisfaction na mafe-feel nila na ay mahina pala to, ang dali nitong maapektuhan. So yun po, just continue to be positive, do what you love, continue with your passion, your advocacy, and always be kind to people. Kahit sobra pang masama yung trato nila sa'yo, you have to show that you're not like them.
Anong reaction ng parents mo when sinabi mo gusto mo sumali sa Jewel of the Philippines?
Yun nga, since it wasn't really part of my plan when I came here to the Philippines.
You're still studying right now, I suppose?
Yes
Anong
po,
course
college.
mo?
Multimedia arts.
Wow, okay. So anong sabi nga ng parents mo?
They didn't really have anything negative to say. Yun nga, they were just a bit scared kasi bago pa lang po ako sa Philippines, hindi ko po alam yung mga ano. So, naging supportive naman po sila all throughout and they were like, just enjoy. Kung whatever happens will happen. Pero we believe in you. Kaya mo yan. They were
I have a
always...
question
Gano'ng
for
katagal
her.
ka sa Middle East? And anong difference nung
Buhay dito at
Buhay
doon.
doon.
Ay, malaki po. Malaki po. Sa ano pa lang, kalsada pa lang, ibang-iba na po eh. Iba po ang Pinoy.
Mas malapad ang kalsada nila doon.
Hindi po.
Hindi
Sobrang
rin?
sobrang organized, sobrang
Okay.
linis. Tsaka yung mga tao po kasi doon, parang they don't mind other people's business as much. Eh dito po kasi kwento ng bayan. Parang gano'n.
Very
Most of
communal
the
kasi
time.
tayo.
Yes,
Oo.
opo. So doon, they're more kept to themselves. And they have like a high standard of living. Yes. Dito po, we're all very casual. We're all very like kabayan, ganun. So, yun po. I've been there for about 17 years.
17 years
Born
of
and
your
raised
life.
po doon
Wow.
talaga.
Until 17 years, nandun ka.
So,
Opo.
nagka-separation anxiety ka ba sa pagpunta rito sa Philippines?
I think po, I have a good like adaptation. Kasi I studied in an international school. So iba-iba po talagang nationalities yung mga inaano ko everyday. So tsaka sinanay po ako ng parents ko na talagang maging outgoing sa mga tao kasi my dad, even he's like sometimes nag-host po siya ng mga parties or basketball coach siya minsan. So I had to be in the spotlight as well along with him. So when I came here to the Philippines, it wasn't that much of a difference or parang pinrepare na rin po nila ako for this kind of life.
Are you the only girl in the family? O ilan kayo
Yes.
magkakapatid?
I'm the only girl in
Ay,
the family.
ilan kayo magkakapatid?
Tatlo po.
Tatlo. You're the youngest?
I'm the eldest.
Ah, you're the eldest. Wow.
Your parents both Filipinos?
Both Filipinos po.
O kasi mukha kang Korean.
Talaga.
Ganda-gandahan si girl.
Thank you po.
Wala kang planong pumasok sa showbiz. Ang ganda-ganda mo.
In case may mag-alo.
May mag-alo. Ano ka ni Alwin?
Okay, marunong kang mag-manage.
Meron po. Actually, in the beginning, yun po talaga yung plan. Not really pageants, pero showbiz po. Pero since parang along the way, ito po yung dumating. And it worked really well for me naman. So sabi ko, sige, continue ko na lang. And siguro through this, I'll get there as well.
After this reign, do you see yourself joining other pageants?
Other pageant.
Siguro po, opo. Like, I'm not closing off any opportunities or any pageants. Pero siguro po for now, I'll focus on my studies first. And pero whatever life brings to me, I'm ready for it.
Okay. So dahil
But before that, Alwin, pasalamatan uli natin ating mga sponsors. Okay. Special thanks to Sir Warren of Cat Encarnation Group of Salon, Creative Team, Panji Peñaflor, Sweet Garcia, Ariel Carlo Reyes, and LJ Gilido. Also, Gatchalian Lichon. Diyos ko, sarap niyan, Alwin. Located at EDSA, corner Mandaluyong Street, Mandaluyong City.
Okay. So yung two other girlfriends mo, ito na namin naman kahindik-hindik na questions. This is your time to shine. So question number 1. Aside from his brain, what do you think is a man's sexiest body part?
For me po siguro, it should be his heart. Kasi,
wow. Why his heart?
Kasi physical appearance, it changes over time. Everyone grows old, everyone changes physically. Pero yung heart mo po, if your heart stays pure with good intentions and you're always trying to be kind to other people, I think that's what should matter in the end.
Wow, palakpakan naman dyan. Ang galing-galing sumagot. Okay, second question. If there is one day that there will be no rules, what will you do? If there is one day that there will be no rules, no laws, na pwede mong gawin ang lahat ng gusto mo, what will you do?
Siguro po, tulungan ko po yung mga nasa kalsada, yung mga naghihirap po. Or, if I'm not gonna pay about anything, or siguro, I'll put them all in a group and then I'll make a feeding program or kahit ano po, just to make them feel that there's still someone out there that cares enough for for people like them na hindi po kayang maka-afford or hindi po kayang mag-live ng normal life na kagaya po natin.
Okay. May tanong sa'yo si Rona.
Okay, ito. Yung tinanong kay Major. Ayun. What do you think is your biggest mistakes in your life?
The Venus Ra question.
Venus Ra. Major.
Biggest mistake? I think I've done too many mistakes to count.
At 18
Opo, I mean, kahit ano naman pong age, we've all had, a lot of big mistakes. Pero, siguro po, hindi ko masabi kung ano po yung pinakamalaki. Kasi at every point in our lives, at that time, iisipin natin yun na yung pinakamahirap pag nandun po tayo sa situation na yun. So, I'll just say na kahit gaano po kalaki yung mistake ko or kahit gaano po kalala kung may nasaktan po naman po ako na tao, is that I hope someday pagdadaan ako po ulit yun, I know what to do. I know I've learned from what I did before, and malalaman ko po na what matters more and what I should prioritize more.
Okay. If you get the opportunity to have a sit-down dinner with the president, what will be your first question to him?
My first question to him would most probably be, what is his passion? Kasi po, through that, you'll really get to know a person. The way that they talk about their passion, you'll get to know their intentions, their views about life, other people, and makikita po natin kung worthy po talaga siya of being a president, or he has a good enough heart to have control over a country.
Nice.
Miss Beth, may tanong ka pa para sa kanya.
Yeah. Okay, kung ang tanong ni Rona ay tungkol sa major.
Ikaw, minor naman yung question.
No, ito naman yung, tama ba yung ang tanong ni para kay Miss India na nanalong Miss Universe?
Essence.
Yes, what is the
What do you think is your essence? The essence of being a woman. So Shmita sends question.
Diba?
Well, what she said was pretty like to the point, and it's an answer na till now very applicable pa rin sa atin. But I think what really makes us a woman is our sensitivity and how we react towards things. Kasi most of the time, hindi ko naman po like sinasabi na lahat, pero most of the time, women are more sensitive, and they are the way that they react to things is way different from men. Kasi po, iba po yung way of thinking nila, and iba yung yung mga pinaprioritize nila in life. So, yun, yung sensitivity po natin and yung priorities and our views.
Okay.
So this is our last question for you. What was your mother's best advice when it comes to love?
When it comes to love?
Your mother's best advice when it comes to love?
My mom's best advice po siguro, wait lang.
Oh my gosh!
Emotional na siya.
She becomes emotional. May tissue ba tayo dyan? Sorry ha.
Hindi natin akalain, mapapaiyak natin ha.
Hindi po. Kasi
Go.
po, I've for a long time, I was away from my mom. Kasi po, divorced sila ng dad ko. So, when I was going through my teenage years, when I needed her the most, kahit po wala siya physically sa tabi ko, she always made sure na she was there in my heart, and mentally she would be supporting me emotionally. And when it comes to love, it doesn't matter kung sino po yung mamahalin nyo, just keep giving your all. Kasi there are points in other people's lives na kailangan nila yung ganun na love na siguro hindi mabibigay ng ibang tao, pero kung kaya mong ibigay sa kanila, ibigay mo na lang. Kasi if they can't experience that with someone else, then at least you know that you did your all. Kung hindi man kayo mag-workout, that's okay. Binigay mo po kung ano yung kaya mong ibigay sa kanya. And at least once in that person's life, na experience niya yung ganun na kind ng pagmamahal.
Oh, thank you very much for that very honest answer.
Pinaiyak natin
siya.
Ano
ba naman
napaiyak
kayo?
natin.
Kasalanan nyo yung dalawa.
Okay.
And on that note, meron ka munang gusto pang masalamatan before we call the rest of the gang?
Yes.
Ayun po. Thank you so much po to everyone who has been supporting me from the beginning, my family, my friends from all over the world, sa Anilao po, sa Pampanga, everywhere. Thank you po for your love and support, and I'm inviting you to watch Jewel of the Philippines 2018. It's going to be on October 30. That's the coronation night. And ayun, thank you so much po. Also for Jewel of the World, the entire family, all the girls, yung buong organization po. Thank you for having me as your Miss Philippines. And yun po, take care and God bless.
And we're so back from outer space. At ngayon, ang ating special segment, of course, ang mahiwagang
Fishbowl.
Dito talaga nakakatalo kung sino mga mahuhusay sumagot. And since we interviewed the ladies of the Jewel of the Philippines, ang gagaling nyo talaga ha. In fairness to you. So eto na muna ating first question. Bunot ka muna. Maru.
Yan na.
Sabi ko kanina, lipat tayo ng pwesto.
Hawakan mo na, Miss Beth. Ang pagbabasahin natin ating first question ay si Rona. Go.
Okay, ayan. Ang liit eh. Do you think it is appropriate for a woman to propose to a man in our modern age?
Wow.
Babae sa lalaki.
You have 30 seconds or else tanggal ang title.
Naman po. Ayusin mo yan. Pressure. Okay.
Go.
Personally, I believe that it's okay and there's nothing wrong with that. Kasi we are aiming for sexual equality. And we've been through a lot. As a woman, we've fought for equality. So, I think that yung standard na yan is way past traditional times pa
Mhm.
natin. So I think that as long as yung kalooban mo is pure and what you're doing is right and it's mutual, wala namang mali.
So, meron na bang guy na gusto mo sanang ligawan?
Wala
Just so
po.
in case.
Wala po.
Wala pa.
Wala po.
Wala pa. Okay.
Okay, next.
This goes to you.
Dun tayo sa maliit. At the same time.
Sinervyo. Maliit na question. Okay. Ikaw na ulit.
Okay. What has been the proudest moment of your life?
Wow. You have 30 seconds. Go.
The proudest moment of my life was winning Jewel of the Philippines 2017. Kasi po, this is where I showed everyone that was putting me down, that was, having always negative to say about me and my achievements. Napakita ko po sa kanila na I'm more than what you think I am. And this is what I can do, and I can stand up for myself, and I can represent a country in an international pageant. So that was my
Oh,
proudest
very
moment.
well
Very well
said.
Tama
Next.
talaga.
Ayun na si
Okay.
teacher.
Ayan na,
Yes.
si teacher.
Sa'yo na, madam. Kay Ma'am Sarah.
Kay Ma'am
Ako,
Sa- kay
yung
Miss
wala yung
Sarah.
kinuha.
Ay, mahaba-haba
Ikaw ang
yun.
Mahaba-haba
magbabasa.
ang
Yan,
question
haba
mo.
niyan.
Oh, mag-CR. Excuse po, excuse. Patay tayo dyan.
Do you think women who underwent cosmetic surgery should they be allowed to join beauty pageants?
I've been joining national pageants, and it's not included in their qualifications. If you've done surgery or cosmetic surgery, it's not part of the qualification. So as long as you fit into the rules, into the qualifications that the pageant is needed in the pageant, then you can join whatever cosmetic surgery you have gone through. So it's still, if it for me, it's okay, because
Mhm.
but if the pageant does not allow girls with
Cosmetic it has.
retache, then don't join. But if they allow, if it's not part of their qualifications, then
How
you
about
can join.
transgenders?
Oh.
For me, it's a sensitive issue, but
Mhm.
transgenders has their own beauty pageants.
Mhm.
Girls has their own beauty pageants. Boys has their own beauty pageants. We have our own assigned pageant. So where our qualifications fit, then we can join.
Okay.
But they are allowed na ngayon, di ba?
Oh,
Kasi
Miss Universe
si
allowed them to join.
Miss
Mm.
Spain. Miss Spain ba?
Miss Spain.
In the
Oo,
Miss
it's a
Universe.
Yes, in Miss
transgender.
Universe.
Yes po, but in the Philippines, I think we're not yet that
We're not yet
po.
ready for
Yeah,
a trans woman joining the Pilipinas or any. Ang Jewel of the Philippines ba? Open sa idea na a trans woman will
Why
join?
don't you ask our
That's
director?
kasi
Just-
po, yung sa qualification po, sa rules po, kailangan born as a woman.
Yes.
Yun po
Yes.
sa ngayon.
Sa ngayon. Okay. 2 sets of questions for them to go. Ulit.
Sa inyo parang personal. Bakit sa akin? Bakit
Kasi no teacher ka. Pag teacher lagi, mas mahirap ang tanong. Okay, so, Rona.
Okay, ito. If you had to live your life again, what part of your life would you change?
Ayan, babaguhin
okay.
mo.
Oo.
Actually, I think na mahirap siya. And I can think of any moment of my life that I would really like to change. Kasi everything that happened in my life lead to something else that is beautiful. Every challenges, every suffering that I faced made I mean, it made me
You made
stronger,
made
yeah.
a better
And that's what made
woman.
me who I am today. So I think that instead of thinking of that kind of question, we should focus on how we can make ourselves even better and be thankful for the challenges that we have, because everything has its reasons.
Yeah, ang
I see.
galing.
Okay.
Your last question for today, Miss Jewel. What do you think is the biggest challenge of young people today? It's you being 18 years old, what do you think is the biggest challenge that you young people face today?
I think the biggest challenge that the youth faces today is trying to fit in to what society calls beautiful or to what society considers perfect. Kasi for me, that can cause a lot of disorders or mentality, health problems kasi may mga nagda-diet po ng sobra because they think that they're not
Totoo
fit
yan.
enough. Nagkakaroon po sila ng nagiging anorexic po sila. May mga ano naman po na halos palitan na nila lahat ng features nila kasi hindi nila parang tinatry nilang i-base yung beauty dun sa nakikita nila on social media. So I think that has a really, really big impact on us, especially since most of the time that's where we're always on our phones. So I think yun po yung pressure to be perfect and the pressure to feel like you're not good enough for the society.
That's good.
Okay, last
for you, Sarah.
For Ma'am
Personal,
Sarah.
please. Personal, please.
Ayan, umikli na siya.
Umikli na, so personal na ito malamang.
Personal na.
Yeah, personal opinion.
Personal opinion.
Personal na.
What do you like most about yourself?
Diba?
Personal na, practice.
Ayan, what I like the most about myself is my positivity.
Okay.
Kahit ano pong pinagdaanan kong failures, hirap sa buhay, yung
yung positivity mo.
Positivity ko po talaga. Kasi, isipin nyo po, ini-expect ko po talaga after kong matalo sa Ecuador, iiyak ako eh. Pero hindi, ako pa po yung nagsilbing tagatahan ng mga umiiyak. Parang in-enlighten ko po talaga sila eh. Kasi kahit gaano ka-negative yung lahat ng nangyayari sa paligid mo, kahit gaano ka-dilim yung nangyayari, once na binuksan mo yung ilaw sa sarili mo, sa puso mo, lahat yan magliliwanag. Kumbaga parang na-shake off na po lahat ng negativities, lahat ng masama. So yun yung napapansin ko po sa sarili ko. Kahit anong sitwasyon, talagang positive lang po ako.
Okay. Very good. Very well said. Palakpakan naman tayo. Ang gagaling sa mga mga Jewel of the Philippines natin. Ito na.
Ito na. And this is the one.
Picture.
Picture.
Hindi pa.
We will be showing you photos of people and then we want you to either react to the picture, maybe ask a question.
Sabay-sabay na sila.
Oo.
Sabay-sabay na.
GGB na din pala.
And ask a question. So in random to, kukuha lang kami ng picture and let us know how do you feel about this or that person. Okay. Since you girls are very millennial, the first person is
Main Mendoza.
Main Mendoza.
your reaction to her or what you would like to tell to her. Go.
So,
Maru.
Lahat kayo sasagot.
okay, so she was my schoolmate way back in St. Paul, Santa Maria, Bulacan.
Wow,
Yes.
okay.
So she was one of the prides of her school. And I'm really proud of her kung saan man siya nakarating ngayon because she was really candid and humble.
Yes.
You, what can you say to May Mendoza?
When I look at her face, lagi ko pong nakikita na she's kita po yung nag-outshine po talaga yung Filipina beauty niya. Kahit sa US po ata siya lumaki, di ba?
Doon siya nag-aral.
Ay, doon po siya nag-aral. So, yun po, she's very Filipina and kahit super pretty po siya, she always tries to put a smile on other people's faces. So, yun po.
Your take on May Mendoza?
Kapwa Bulacania. Tanong ko na lang po diba? Kapwa Bulacania. Tanong ko lang po sa kanya, sa sobrang hectic ng schedule mo, paano mo nagagawang mapatawa pa rin kami sa araw-araw ng buhay mo?
Yung galing.
Yes.
Okay. May Mendoza. Ay, ito. I'm sure may ganda reaction nyo rito. Vice, ganda.
Okay.
Ano reaction? You first, Sarah.
Anong shade ng buhok mo? Anong shade yan? Gusto ko yan.
Gusto mo yung plaza ng blonde look lang.
Very
You?
Kim Kardashian.
Bilib po ako sa kanya sa sobrang bilis niya mag-isip ng sobrang
Punchline.
witty po siya yung mga punchline niya. So, yun. You're good.
Maru.
Para po sa akin, I seldom know a lot of celebrities. Yes, because we don't have television at home. Yeah. So, isa siya sa mga pinakakilala, and kilala ko siya kahit di kami nanonood ng TV. Kasi I've seen him how he started from nothing, from scratch. And I've seen how he went from there and up there to a very successful career. And yun nga, kagaya na ibang tao, maraming pinagdadaanan na sufferings, ganyan in life, pero nagagawa pa rin niya magpasaya.
Magpasaya
Eto
ng
na.
tao.
I'm sure kilala niyo mo rin to kahit wala kayong TV sa bahay.
Ayun na, si Cardo.
Si Kuya Cardo, ang probinsyano.
Ang probinsyano.
Go. You first.
Hindi kasi kami nanonood eh. Pero
hindi ka familiar.
Familiar naman po. Kailan po ba?
Alam na yan.
Next.
You. For Coco Martin, ano impression mo sa kanya?
Baby face po. He never ages. Parang hindi po siya tumatanda. Hanggang ngayon, he looks the same.
Sarah?
Since mukhang mahaba pa yung tatakbuhin ng probinsyano, Sir Coco, baka naman may role kayo dyan.
Why not? Baka naman i-guess mo itong tatlong to. Baka ganda na, mahuhusay pa.
Coco, Beijing.
Beijing Coco, please. Give this girl their showbiz break. Diba? Ito. Sarah Geronimo. You first.
Nung napapanood ko po siya sa TV when I was younger, yung ano niya po talaga is singing, 'di ba? Hindi po siya agad-agad nag-dancing, but when she entered the yung parang dancing industry, she's really good at it. Like she's really good. She can sing and she can dance and she can act. She's good. She's good in the industry po.
Since kapangalan mo siya Sarah, what can you say about Sarah?
Dahil tukayo. Ayun, sobrang idol ko yan, si Sarah. Sobrang po ako na-inspire sa story ng buhay niya. And kung paano siya mag-perform, talagang dalang-dala ka. Tawag ko po sa kanya is Beyonce ng Philippines. So, sana pag nagkita tayo ulit, makapag-selfie na. Nakasabay ko po siya sa CR nung, trade launch po namin sa ABS during Binibini. So, na-starstruck ako. So, hindi ko na po nagalaw yung kamay ko. So, next time, lalaban king
Lalaban mo na. Maru, for Sarah.
I think that, ang sasabi ko lang po sa kanya is, she is one of the many artists that could make our country really proud.
Wow. Ang galing naman. Kahit wala ang picture niya dito. Kung halimbawang tropa niyo si Mateo Guidicelli, ano sasabihin niyo sa kanya? For Sarah.
Swerte mo, boy.
Ay, kay Mami Divine. Ano sasabihin niyo?
Ka na ba? Na magpakasal sila.
Diba?
Papaya, dapat lang. Di ba payagan? Okay. The next picture is, I think, one of the best actors of the Philippines. I hope you know him. Yes. Aga Mulak. Na may pelikulang First Love coming very soon. Ay, nag-promote ako talaga.
Yes, October 17.
Go, Sarah. Anong reaction mo kay Aga Mulak?
Bakit hindi ka tumatanda? Doc Aga.
Maru muna.
All through the years, parang he keeps on evolving and showing us more. Kasi sa showbiz, di ba, pag tumatagal, minsan nawawala. Pero sila, talaga nag-emerge pa sila lalo.
Yun po, like she said, parang hindi po siya nawawala sa industry kasi he's part of the parang veterans and he's legend na siya, naging classic na siya sa mga Pinoy. So
icon na.
Yeah.
Okay. At ito pa ang ating last picture at icon na rin naman.
Okay.
Go. Do you know him?
Si Binoy.
Yeah, si Binoy.
Robin Padilla. What are your impressions of Robin Padilla? Maru.
Ang napansin ko po sa kanya is his unique personality, very, very strong, and that's what makes him distinct and unique sa showbiz.
Sarah, for Robin?
Ayun, si idol po is si Robin Padilla. Parang siya yung modern take sa Pinoy na hero kasi sobrang tapang niya. Sinasabi niya kung ano yung gusto niya. Lumalaban siya sa rights niya. So, ang tanong ko sa kanya is, saan mo nakukuha? Saan mo nahuhugot yung tapang mo?
You for Robin?
Yun po, yun nga sabi nila, very matapang siya. Yung aura niya pa lang, mapapa-wow ka na or ma-intimidate ka. Pero I think may side po talaga siya na for his family na very soft. and very gentle. Nakikita naman po natin yun sa kay
Yeah,
Mariel.
correct.
Anong gagawin niyo? Halimbawa, one of these days, ligawan kayo ni
Oo,
Robin.
yun.
Alam niyo naman si Robin.
Yes. Ano naman si Robin?
Mahilig sa mga ganda.
Mahilig sa mga gandang.
So, busted
babae.
agad kasi may asawa na siya.
Po only one, hindi number 2.
Parang
Oh.
may pinagdadaanan ka.
Kampi-kampi tayo.
So, magkakampi kayo.
Laglagan ba yan?
Bawal na laglagan today. Okay, so we are now in that portion of our final questions para sa inyong mga, what else as beauty queens ang gusto niyong ma-achieve? Talagang gusto niyong ma-achieve in the foreseeable future or the nearest present? Maru.
Para po sa akin, the only thing that I want to see is, a difference, just to make a difference in our country. Kasi the Philippines has so much potential on its own, like our resources and everything. So it's just up to us to work together and harness those things. And we won't be able to do that unless we are all united, regardless in our philosophies in life, in religion, and in our stand in the government. I think that we should accept one another kasi apakalayo pa na ng mararating natin.
Sarah?
Yes po.
In the foreseeable future, what else would you like to do?
Sa akin po, gusto kong makita yung Philippines na talagang nagkakaisa. Kasi hindi po natin matatawag na ang Pilipinas, kung ang mga tao na nakatira dito hindi naman po nagkakasundo. At kung may pagkakataon po na pwede akong tumayo at maging boses para magkaisa tayo, bakit hindi?
Wow.
Yun po yung gagawin ko.
And you?
What I would like to achieve po in the future for myself is to make a name for myself, not just based on my looks or based on how I bring myself, but also what's inside. Yung heart ko po yung mag-outshine sa kahit ano pang ganda or kahit ano pang ganda ng katawan or whatever it is. So, yun, be an inspiration to younger girls or even to other people. Yeah.
Rona,
Very
ano
well
gusto tanong sa
said.
kanila?
Okay na ako.
Correct. Okay na.
Talagang, parang kahit
Okay
ano
na
namang itanong mo
ako.
sa kanila, talagang
Talagang ang
masasagot
husay sumagot,
nila.
di ba?
So, isa pang curious ako itanong. Bilang, nung mga batang babae pa kayo, pinangarap nyo talaga to? When you were like little girls, did you imagine these things happening to you? Being crowned, being beauty queens, and being an inspiration to other especially sa young girls out there? Did you dream of this, Maru?
Yun po kagaya ng nasabi ko kanina, I never thought that I could make it this far. I never had that much confidence about myself. And I won't even realize it if not other people would tell me. So I'm really thankful kasi iba talaga yung na nagagawa ni God sa atin na yung beyond our expectations. So I'm really thankful about that.
Sarah, did you dream of this?
Nung bata po ako, alam ko po nagigising ako ng madaling araw, may nanonood ng Miss Universe sa sala namin. So medyo na-expose po ako doon na gusto ko to paglaki ko. Pero nung lumalaki na po ako, naging iba po yung hilig ko. Pero nung nagkaisip po ako na sabi ko, gusto ko pong maging inspiration. Gusto ko pong maging boses para sa ibang tao. Doon na po pumasok yung pageant. Ito yung isang magandang way para magawa ko yung passion ko. Yun po.
Hazel?
Like I said earlier, I've always wanted to be an inspiration for other people in any way that I can. And I never expected po na pageant po pala yung magbibigay sa akin ng platform para magawa ko yon. So I'm really thankful na nagkaroon ako ng gantong title so that I can reach a larger audience. Tapos yun po, I'm very happy.
As our last question, to the people out there na hindi naniwala sa inyo noon, what would you like to tell
Anong
them?
masasabi niyo sa kanila?
What would you like to tell to the people out there na hindi naniwala sa inyo noon? So Miss Jewel of the Philippines muna tayo.
Thank you. I don't want I don't want to say anything negative kasi whatever it was that you threw at me, kung kahit ano pang masamang pinakita mo sa akin, I've gone this far and parang in a way, what you did to me made me the person that I am today. I'm much more stronger. I believe in myself more. And yon, thank you. And I hope na magkaroon ka rin ng space in your life for positivity.
Sarah?
Ayun. sa totoo lang po, pag may nababasa po ako, may naririnig po ako na may nagsasabi ng ganyan, hindi ko po hinahayaan na pumasok sa sistema ko. So, siguro wala po akong masasabi. Sa ngayon lang po ako masasabi ko sa kanila, kung di kayo naniwala sa akin, at least ako naniwala ko. Kasi kung katulad nyo na hindi ako naniniwala sa sarili ko, hindi ko masisigaw ang pangalan ng Pilipinas sa Ecuador.
And you, Maru, sa mga tao hindi naniniwala sa iyo before, what would you like to tell them now?
Well, I can't blame them kasi I didn't trust myself before. Pero actually, I'm thankful din kasi if not for them, I won't push myself any further. So, here I am. So, yun na lang. Thank you.
And thank you very much, three lovely ladies.
Abangan namin kayo sa Binibining
Tell us your invite us to whatever things that you're doing right now.
Yes.
Projects, activities. Go, Maru.
Yeah, so we are gonna have our 3rd edition of Jewel of the Philippines this year, and it's gonna be held in
UPGT Toyota Theater.
Yes, on October 30. Yes, malapit na po.
Please support.
Thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed sitting with us sa Tambayan ng Tsika. Ako si Alwin Ignacio.
Ako po si Beth Helena.
Ako naman po si Rona Ronda.
At ito po ang
Tambayan ng Tsika Tonight!
Salamat! Thank you.